today we're talking about the monthly focus for December 2020. And I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Michigan. I think we bypassed a ton of snow, which got hit in Ohio. Friends have told me that. So I'm loving that. Anyways, so the monthly focus, yes, I tried to do it in the first 3 days or so. So you know when and what your primary agenda, so to speak, is for the month. And I try to do a weekly focus on the Immortal Peacock page. Doesn't always happen, but I try. Anyways, so this is your opportunity to choose number one, number two, number three. The first thing that pops in your head. Stick with it. Don't change it. Just stick with it. What I do the morning that I plan on doing the focus, I meditate, I ground myself, surround the house with white light, and all that lovely woo-woo stuff. And I actually go into a meditation 3 different times. And I write down a little bit of information. So you might see me looking down, kind of catching up on my notes. And so I go into meditation and I pick up, perceive, whatever, what spirit is trying to say for you during this period of the year. And then I do that twice more. I ground myself, get rid of the energy, and then bring it back up and go back into meditation number 2, and so on. So whatever number you chose, 1, 2, or 3, stick with it. Stick with it. Now, so here's the cool thing. If you chose number 1, there's a lot of really neat stuff here. If you chose number 1, in that meditation, I saw myself standing on top of the earth. And it was almost as if spirit was telling me that the sky's the limit. I'm only limited by my perception. I'm only limited to my own imagination. So that made me think in this meditation, why am I only focusing on these little things that I know I can do and I know I can get done? Now, mind you, if you're number 1, I am definitely not telling you to overburden yourself or give yourself impossible tasks to accomplish in a short amount of time. We all know that we can have grand, lovely goals, and that's as we should. But sometimes we have to take them one bite at a time to accomplish them, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just makes our task more manageable and less scary, right? So know, number 1, that you have the power and the ability and the know-how and the courage to do anything that you want. So all in all, because this meditation showed me that I also possess these, and of course everybody does. But number 1s, you really need to hear this. You know, maybe you've been knocking yourself around thinking, I'm not good enough, or I'm not smart enough, or whatever nonsense that is. It's wrong. It's down and out wrong, my dear, and my dear. Know that you have the grace and the power to achieve anything that you put your heart and mind to. The sky's the limit. The sky is the limit. So go for that great thing, right? Go for that great goal. Do what you always thought, well, I don't think I can do that. Do that. Absolutely do that. Don't let someone talk you down. Don't let someone else project their fear upon you. So when someone says, oh, I don't think you should be doing that, or I don't think, gosh, that would be too much for me to do. Don't own that. That's their perception. That's their fear coming through, trying to project upon you. Don't own that. Do not own that. So those limiting beliefs, throw them in the freaking trash. Because if you imagine it, you can do it. If you imagine it, whatever it is, you can pretty well be sure that it was given to you for a reason, probably by spirit, so that you could entertain those lofty thoughts. Isn't that fun? I love that. So there you go, number 2. Aim higher and go for it, even if it's one step at a time. All right, number 2. I get a sense that you have kind of walked your way right into a brick wall. Sometimes we are master achievers, or we are master volunteers, or we are masters at taking on too much. Now, to the outside world, number 2, you might seem like you got your shit together because you do so much for so many other people and for yourself and blah, blah, blah. But inside, you're like, ah, right? Because you do have so much to do. It may very well be that, like me, I almost feel like, and I've always felt like this, even when I was a kid, I don't have enough time to get everything that I need done. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Because when your time is done, your time is done, and you will have accomplished everything that you were supposed to do here. So, the purpose being in that meditation that I had for number 2 was I saw myself running back and forth and up and down and every different which way. But I didn't know what I was running for or running to. I knew I wasn't running away from something. I was running to it. And I felt like a chicken with my head cut off running around. And that's kind of like, that's like my MO, kids. That's my MO. So I'm always having like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 projects all going at once. And I feel like this is you, number 2. Now, the thing is, what I felt in this, after I came out of that meditation, it was real clicky, but after I came out of that meditation, I knew without a doubt, Spirit was saying, go back to looking at your darn calendar. Give yourself a timeline and only allow yourself so much time each day or each calendar entry to work on different tasks. Because we may be one of those people that we assign ourselves 10 million different tasks, and then we get so ingrained in one task, all the rest of it flies out the window. All right. So your job this month, number 2, is to focus on the task at hand. You know, even if you have to set yourself an alarm on your phone, which I've done before, even if you have to set yourself the alarm so you don't get waylaid or sidetracked or run late for something else that's more important, right? So to keep yourself on task, go ahead and do all those tasks. I'm not telling you to cut them out. Absolutely not. Because these are all great ideas that you have. This is your creative soul that's popping out. Just set aside proper time. And then also, maybe it's time for you to use a little discernment as per what is for you and what is not, instead of raising your hand for everything. Number 3, this is so fun. I love this. So on number 3, in the meditation, I saw, see, there's this place I often find myself going in meditation. And it's like a little, I'm on the beach, but there's like a little cove with a little pond, like maybe 15 feet across. It's warm, like a hot spring or something like that. There's lots of lush greenery and stuff like that. So that's where I found myself for number 3. Sounds great, doesn't it? but that's not the meditation. In that meditation, I felt that I guess the whole meditation was really about giving back to yourself because you deserve it. I'm not saying that egotistically, like, no, I'm not saying it that way. I'm saying it because I felt in that meditation that I needed rest. I need to completely, I want to say, dismantle the anxiety and the stress and everything else that goes along with it. So if you're not able to check out, and take a month off work or whatever, like who can, but you need to definitely set aside time for yourself. So I want you to look at yourself as one of your projects. Look at and I'm talking about projects by yourself, for yourself. You need to be alone. Put the damn phone down and stop trying to take up every second of the day with productivity. I know you're multitasking a million miles a minute. I get it. But number 3, your priority really is to yourself here. It's really to yourself. Whether you sit down and journal, or you sit and meditate, or just listen to some soothing music with your eyes closed, even better yet, go get a massage if you can. If there's any massage places open anyways. Now this, with all the COVID and everything. Or better yet, go buy yourself an early Christmas present and get yourself one of those back massagers or whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about. That you put in the chair. I also, in that meditation, and this is something weird because this isn't normally in my cove, was a great big clock. And big, like 3-4 feet in diameter. And what that meant to me in the meditation, because I was kind of shocked that it was there, like it's not normally there, was that you need, again, to set yourself time, plot yourself a time frame where there's no husband, there's no kids, there's even no pets, and nothing but you. Nothing but you. Now, the clock at the time was at 3 o'clock. So I don't know if 3 or the month of March. I didn't think that that's what it was, but I felt like the 3, either you can make yourself 3 little day breaks, all right? Or the number 3 also represents finally making a choice to enact something that has been put off that will bring you peace. Very good. So number 3, there you go. I leave this as it is, knowing that Spirit has our backs. So until we talk to you next time, my little chicklets, seek the divine, reap the divine, and be the divine. God bless.